Captain's Log. Hello, I'm Captain Bile. Good on you. Made it to Friday. How was my week? Let me tell you, I've had a week. Hell, I've had an evening. Quite a roller coaster, I have to say. I know that on this show I talk about like my daily ongoings, but for this, I don't know. I'm somewhat reserved, as people have told me. I don't want to give too many personal details about what I do and like what happens. I'll tell you about like amusing anecdotes, but I don't know. Oh well, I do have to talk about something. But I had an average Monday and Tuesday. That was fine. Hell of a Wednesday. Real tough. That's when the roller coaster dips down. Thursday was middling. And Friday, that's when the roller coaster dipped even lower. And then went up a little. At the moment, I've just checked my email, and it's going a little higher. It's not bad. Not that bad. Could be worse. But yeah, no, Wednesday sucked ass. Wednesday was awful. But hey, I keep the show to a positive to medium, or positive to neutral in tone and subject matter. But let me tell you, if I was recording this on Wednesday, I sure as hell would have had a hard time keeping that. Oh well, so instead I'll talk about something else. Now, I did say that I was not going to mention anything about that Bendy video I made again in the last Captain's Log, and I'm not going to talk about that. I'm instead going to talk about the effect it has had. So, I believe in that video I mentioned my friend Brandon is a fan of Bendy and Machine for whatever reason. It's beyond me. But anywho, he took some offense to that, and is wanting me to play it should I fail a 1v1 Simi in TF2 on 2 Fort, playing as each class. Whoever free kills each class. I'm assuming best 2 out of 3 each class, and then the winner with the most kills. Should I lose, I have to play Bendy Machine. However, that has changed. I believe they're finding... I don't know if they ever came to a conclusion. Their Simi does not feel that Bendy Machine is an adequate punishment. Not because he particularly... Well, I suppose because he particularly enjoys Bendy Machine. Well, he does not see my loss or my penalty as a punishment. So he has made Brandon change the penalty to something else. I have to play some other game. That has not yet been decided, I think. I will check. I can check. I can just pull up our group chat right now. Let's see here. You know, at the moment I'm not seeing anything. Something about a rage game? That's when Simi tried to trick me earlier. I commented that on my community page. So far they're just saying like worst game or whatever. Oh well. Simi is terrible at TF2. I believe he's been training with Brandon in his spare time to get better. I myself am like adequate at TF2. I would say that I am average to below average most of the time. However, I have moments where I am above average in gameplay. I guess I main Spy, Engineer, Medic, and Sniper. And I dabble in Soldier and Demo Man. I have never touched Heavy Oh, and Pyro. Pyro. I also main Pyro. Those are my 3 big classes. Spy, Pyro, and Engineer. Those are probably the ones I'm going to beat Simi in. Maybe Sniper too. Soldier, Demo Man, because Simi plays Scout and Soldier, and no one else. I don't play Heavy or Scout, so I will probably lose those. But I'm pretty good with everyone else, or the ones I've mentioned. I started playing... Like, the first ever class I played was Medic. The first achievement I have is under Medic. I was originally a Medic main. I still am. Like, if my team needs a Medic, I'll change to Medic. I mean, I just enjoy going on, like, 2 fort. And, like, messing around. And, like, just killing people, but not capping. I just kill people, I don't cap. I typically pick, like, one guy, and just, especially if I'm Spy, and just kill that person over and over again. For, like, 40 minutes. 2 fort's fun. But if I'm on, like, payload, then and people need a medic, I'll be the first to change to medic. And then the team will do somewhat better than it was previously. I'm not gonna change the tide of battle, no. I'm a medic main, I'm not good at medic. I just play him a lot. I've got the most, like, I don't know, emotes on him. Which is also somewhat why I still play him every now and then. It's like, well, I've sunken money into him, why not? And I've got somewhat good. Is this just gonna be... A seagull outside my window is looking at me. There's no visual in this. I can't, like, pull out my phone and show you how this seagull's looking at me. But he's just on this fence across the street from me. And he's staring up at me, like, twitching his head around. I'm unsure if I'm, like, a predator or something. I don't know. There's a lot of seagulls in my area. I don't know if I'm near a body of water. But yet here they are. There's been a lot of demolition outside my window of late. So, as I've mentioned in some videos before, I live right next to a big empty lot. However, that empty lot has since been purchased. And they're just destroying it. There's some demolition going on. In order to build the foundation, they're tearing up the ground, tearing up the concrete. But I am now standing. I wonder if this is going to change. Hang on, Does this change the audio? I've walked around the room on this show before. Hang on. That was me going like, while standing and sitting down to see if there's a difference. So you can actually pinpoint. Now standing so I can get a better view of the empty lot full of cranes. Riddle me this. What bird packs a wallop? Anywho. Noisy. But they've stopped at the moment. But they've started 8 and they go to 5. Every day for the past week. It's not that loud. It is right outside my window, but it's... If I have my headphones on and I'm, like, editing something or watching something or playing something, I won't notice it. But if I have my headphones off to, like, go get something, or if I'm not doing any of the free things I said earlier, I can hear it. But I get up at 7, and I go to bed at 11, so I don't hear them when I'm sleeping, at least. That's good. Some silver lining. Oh well. There is also the channel. This is a rather scattered Captain's Log. I've not had any dreams of late, or any that I remember. Thinking about it, I think I had a dream last night, but I've forgotten it since. It's a busy day. You know. I should get into the habit of writing down Captain's Log stuff as soon as I wake up if I have a dream. Because half this show is me talking about my dreams. It's a digital dream journal. No. No new weird ones that I can recall at the moment. Some people have wanted to hear the second time I go on this little explanation every single time I mention my dreams. If you listen to this show every single week, you're sick of hearing it. You could probably recite how I dream by now. But I do not dream like everyone else. In TV shows or movies, or here, when you dream as yourself. I dream as someone else. I found out that I was the outlier to this when watching TVs and, like, movies, because characters would dream to show inner conflicts in a show-don't-tell fashion. And I was like, oh, that's weird, they're dreaming as themselves. I spoke to some people about it, and it turns out everyone dreams as themselves, and I'm just the weird guy who dreams as, like, a noir detective, or, like, whose head is a fly, or, like, an insurance agent who is in the Sahara Desert and finds a genie lamp. And none of those people are, like, it's not me, but I'm a detective. No, I am, like, a new person, fake memories, everything. New name, all that jazz. And I wake up, and I'm Sawyer Etienne again. And I'm in a haze, which is part of the reason I never remember dreams that often, because I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm not that guy, I'm this guy. It's waking up is a bit fuzzy, I'll say. But anyway, that's how I dream. But it's not always like that. 3 times in my life, I have dreamt as myself. The first time was typical dream nonsense. But it was me this time. I wasn't, like, Batman or something. The third time, it was tedious. I dreamt my daily routine and woke up midway through. So I went to school in the dream, and halfway into a lecture, I woke up, and I was like, oh, I have to go to school and go through a lecture that I just sat through. I just experienced this, and I gotta experience it all over again. It was really annoying. But the second time I dreamt this myself, it is stuck with me for years. And people have been asking for me to explain it already, because I've been talking about it for a while. But to give the explanation justice, it needs a visual aid. Because I remember how it looked. I remember exactly what happened, exactly how it looked, exactly how it sounded. I remember everything. It is tattooed on my brain. Because I've carried this dream with me for years. Is how impactful it was. And it's not like oh man, it made me be a better person. I mean, it definitely made me try and be a better, like, writer, I guess. Yeah, it's about books. Womp womp. If you were disappointed by, like, that, here, I'll give you hints. The dream centers on a book. Oh well. But I've said too much already. Oh well. Somewhat oh well. I keep saying oh well. But I am too busy animating my Golden God animation to finish, or to begin a new animation. I gotta finish this. I may have to start finishing on the yearly animation. Because the Golden Wand one's taken a while, because I also got classwork, so I guess... Well, end of term's coming up, it'll be summer soon, so I can work on Golden God animation. And work on that one, I guess. But the Golden God animation's coming along. I'm almost done with the fight scene. Well, kind of. I've got some basic the more complicated movements of the fight scene are over. Now it's more camera movements, I suppose. When I just make assets instead of, like, actual animation. Which, ooh boy, is that easy. Then... conversation... action scene, conversation, action scene, some lighting jazz, and then end. And then Captain's commentary, and then the playthrough that it is hinting at. Because when I finish this Golden Gun animation, it's not going to go out as soon as it's done. No, it's taken so long that some of you may have forgotten that I made this animation as the introduction to function as an introduction to a channel character and a playthrough we'll be doing. Now, you can hint at, like, the hint at what the game is the fact that Golden God is in it. That's already a massive hint to what the game is. We're not going to be playing as Golden God, but, like, you sleuths in my audience, if you pay attention, you'll know what we're playing. You can. I've given you more than enough from this specific video. You don't have to look through Captain's logs. This specific video has more than enough evidence for you to piece together what game it is an announcement for. And you may be wondering, it's not like the greatest game of the century. No, it's. I mean, that's even that is pretty divisive, which is another huge hint. I want to stop talking about it. But I just wanted to do it because it's fun. I enjoy, like, amping things up. I enjoy animating this. I do have I've in the meantime, since coming up with him, I have constructed a little world for Golden God to run around in. So I suppose this is also somewhat of a soft announcement of that. I believe I have it written down. The name of this world. Because I got some. I was cooking up some lore. Let's see. It's in my drive. Scripts, series, whole bunch of series. Man, what should I talk about? Time Bombers? I got a bunch of series that I never made. Maybe I'll talk about those on, like, Captain's commentary. I only do those for animations. Damn it! I completely forgot where I put it. I named his world like Volgriff or something. I looked up. It's not a real word. You gotta, if you're writing fantasy stuff, you gotta be careful what made-up words you use. You always check. Type in your made-up word into Google and make sure it's not like a slur in some other language or something. All right, because that would suck ass. Because that's the name of the world. Like, that's like having your idea. Like, that's like having Earth be a slur. If our entire planet was like the setting of a story, the name of the setting is something you can't say. You gotta be careful. I've completely forgotten where I put it, but it's Volgrith, like V. Did I use it? Vollgrith. Volgrith. Pretty sure I'm doing that from memory. I believe it's close to an existing word, but it's not. Like, it's spelled differently, so it's not confused. I might have just spelled the existing word, because it's close. But whatever. That's where Golden God runs around. There's other gods, there's other kingdoms and factions and whatnot that I'll maybe do stuff with sometimes. I don't know. Fantasy book series. Why is my mouse? My mouse has been bugging out lately. That's really annoying. It's been tedious to edit stuff. Tedious to edit that 3-year anniversary thing I'm working on. I finished that, actually. I just gotta do some audio mixing. It's a bit loud. Oh well. That's everything. Bit of a rambling show. No idea what I'm going to title it. Although you know what I'm going to title it, because you're after this was recorded. Oh well. A lot of these have been very rambling. I'm going to try and... Next Captain's Log is about the 3-year anniversary of this channel. So I've already got a big talking point. So I hope the next Captain's Log, next week, it'll be a bit more structured than this. It's decently rambling. I had a talking point, but it fell through because it's, like, I don't know if I want to talk about that. As I said, I'm decently reserved in, like, my personal life. But no funny anecdotes happened. Well, one did happen, but oh well. Time to end it because I'm rambling. More so than the rest of this episode. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.